I was just taking a break away from doing post-production on The Trap. Sir Frederick William Pottinger. He was a colonial policeman back in the 1860s, his reputation for hunting bushrangers like Ben Hall. But he was a fascinating character aside from that. And that gentleman on screen is Jordan McGregor, and he is a budding young actor who's playing Frederick Pottinger in that documentary. And if you're looking for a bushranger, he does look like one, doesn't he? I wanted to talk to you today about how Geerling's Digital Moments is measuring its progress and whether we're on the right track. And I remember in the early days when we bought our first video camera and we had some sound gear and lights sitting in the back, Karen turns around to me and she says, you know, if this doesn't work out, we're going to be able to take great video of the grandchildren. So we were pretty realistic about our chances of getting this right. But 2 years down the road, we have developed a lot of self-confidence and a lot of self-belief because we've been measuring our progress. Now, when we produced our first half a dozen documentaries, we got everybody to watch them that we could hold down in front of a TV screen because we wanted to get feedback from them, but we wanted to measure something else, and that's retention. So after 2 years of producing stories, and there's about 24 of them out there, and we can now measure how long someone stays watching any one of our videos. Now, they tell us that the longer a video is, the less the retention will be, and that makes sense because people won't stay in front of a TV screen longer and longer and longer. And the longer the video is out in the marketplace, the less the retention because people might just drop on there and go, oh yeah, I've seen that before, and then fall away. So that makes perfect sense. So what's a good number of retention? That was the number I had to grapple with for 2 years of trying to find out what did that mean. According to the research I've done, and if anybody's out there with more knowledge than me about this, please throw something on our channel, on our comments, and let us know what you think. But 25% was a number I found was an industry standard for a long-term video. The good number, and the standing number, they said was 40%. Some bright spark come back and said, well, you should be aiming for 100%, but you know, nobody watches the credits, so you're never going to get 100%, and obviously zero is terrible. But so 25 to 40 is where the number is. So we analysed our stuff in 5-minute increments, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, so on. And we found that anything under 10, we were getting 60% retention, which means that's pretty good. And anything over 10 minutes, we're getting 40% retention, which is still a fantastic number. So that is how we're measuring our progress, and that is how we're measuring our retention and how our audience is interacting with that video and whether they like it or not. So we're going to keep on that track. We think we got it right. We're not going to sit on our hands and go, oh yeah, we're good at this. No, we're not. We know that. Hence why we have Jordan McGregor on set to help us lift these stories and give them some more life. But we're trying to measure how we're going. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I'm going to talk about subscribers and how we're building the business in other ways later on, but I don't want to tie you up with that because I need to get back to the trap.